And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to announce the winners of this year's Prix Galien USA Awards. Please welcome Prix Galien USA Committee Member Dr. Michael Rosenblatt, MD, Senior Partner, Flagship Pioneering, to announce the laureate in the category Best Biotechnology Product.
I'm Michael Rosenblatt, and I'm the co-chair of the Galien Forum, together with Sue Desmond-Hellman, and I'm going to be presenting the award in biotechnology in just a moment. But I thought I would just give you a quick report of the proceedings of the day, because we did hold the Galien Forum, and we did our usual, even though this is a special year in which it's the Golden Jubilee, the 50th anniversary, but we gathered leaders from the biopharmaceutical industry, from regulators, and from academia, and we did what we always do. We focused on challenges, issues, and controversies. Some examples of what we tackled were the pricing of drugs, diversity and equity, mental health. We had our usual CEO panel, COVID, and we had a fireside chat with the FDA Commissioner, Rob Califf. So it was really a wonderful day, as good as any as we had at the forum. So now, let's discover the nominees for the Best Biotechnology Product. Please.
The nominees in the category Best Biotechnology Product are Bylvay, treatment for rare genetic liver disease in infants and young children, Albireo Pharma Incorporated. Givlari, treatment of acute hepatic porphyria, Alnylam Pharmaceuticals. Oxlumo, treatment of primary hyperoxaluria type 1 to lower urinary oxalate levels in pediatric and adult patients, Alnylam Pharmaceuticals. Evenity, treatment of osteoporosis, Amgen. Vyvgart, treatment for myasthenia gravis, a neuromuscular disorder, argenx. Brukinza, treatment for lymphoma and other blood-based cancers, BeiGene. Abecma, treatment of multiple myeloma cancer, Bristol Myers Squibb and 2seventy Bio. Tavneos, treatment for autoimmune disorder affecting normal functioning of blood vessels, Chemocentrics Incorporated. Enhertu, treatment of breast cancer, Daiichi Sankyo Company and AstraZeneca. Polivy, treatment of adult patients with relapsed or refractory diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, Genentech Incorporated. Blenrep, treatment of adults with relapsed or refractory multiple myeloma, GSK. TEPEZZA, treatment of thyroid eye disease, Horizon Therapeutics. RYLAZE, treatment for leukemia cancers, Jazz Pharmaceuticals. Vaxneuvance, a vaccine for invasive pneumococcal disease, Merck & Company Incorporated. Zolgensma, treatment of spinal muscular atrophy, Novartis Gene Therapies. Prevnar 20, a vaccine for infants, children, and adults with streptococcal pneumonia, Pfizer Incorporated. EVKEEZA, a lipid-lowering agent for hypercholesterolemia in adults, Regeneron Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. INMAZEB, treatment of infection caused by Zaire Ebola virus in adults and pediatric patients, Regeneron Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. Dupixent, treatment for lymphoma and other blood-based cancers, atopic dermatitis, asthma, and others, Regeneron and Sanofi. Cablevy, treatment of thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura, Sanofi. Prihevbrio, a vaccine for hepatitis B in adults, VBI Vaccines Incorporated. XVIVO perfusion system with STEEN solution, a machine perfusion for transplant in patients with end-stage lung disease, XVIVO Perfusion Incorporated.
What an impressive list this year. Before I get to the envelope, though, I'm going to invite a medical student from Columbia Vagelos College of Physicians and Surgeons. And you know, I don't mind it if you try to talk over me, if you want to make noise, but I hope for this medical student, you can be quiet for just one moment and listen to her. Please be quiet for this medical student. I'm going to invite now Kiana Jackson to come up here. And Kiana, I hope you'll tell us why you've decided to pursue medical research.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here tonight. It's an honor to be here. My love for medicine began as a child, growing up with my grandparents. I was young but curious, and I enjoyed learning about each medication, all of the colorful pills. I quickly learned their side effects and their indications. I also enjoyed using the glucometer to check my grandmother's blood sugar. However, being Black from the rural South and also from a lower socioeconomic background, I was also familiar from firsthand experience witnessing the roots of health disparities. Luckily, I had a lot of great, inspiring mentors over the years, but it was my time doing clinical research in heart failure and diuretic resistance that really solidified my desire to pursue a career in medicine, where I found that science meets caring for communities. At Columbia, I've had the opportunity to further develop and nurture my passion for diversity and health equity, and I fell in love with anesthesiology due to my love for pharmacology, technology, and procedures. So it is an honor again to be here with you all as the leaders and innovators of the future, and I look forward to continuing the collaborative work to create a better health system. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiana. Thank you, Kiana. All right, the envelope. I imagine a lot of people are interested in knowing what's inside this envelope. As Sharon Stone said, this is more exciting than the Oscars. I'm having trouble pulling this out. Oh, here we go. All right, in the category of Best Biotechnology Product, the winner of the 2022 Prix Galien is REGENERON for INMAZEB. Oh, there. Okay. Please say a few words. Yes.
Well, thank you very much to everyone in this room, not for this honor, but for what each and every one of you do every day to try to bring new cures and to change the practice of medicine. I'd like to also point out that in this time when we talk about diversity and equity, and we're talking about a disease, Ebola, that is one of the most horrific diseases affecting people in places where normally you don't develop drugs. I have to point out that it doesn't start with the commitment to diversity and equity. It starts to a commitment to the science and what the science demanded. We at Regeneron had invested decades in developing a technology which we realized, or some of our key scientists led by Christos Kyratsous realized during the 2014 epidemic in Africa, that our technology might actually be a cure for Ebola. And so the science demanded that we deliver the work on that cure. We had incredible efforts in-house at Regeneron, but it involved incredible collaborations, most notably with the World Health Organization and the people on the ground in Africa risking their lives to do the clinical trials to prove that this drug really worked to cure Ebola. I think it's a great example of what all of you do, what this industry does, and it's an example of if we follow the science, we can make a difference everywhere and to all patients who need it. So thank you very much, and I want to assure you all that we're continuing to follow up our commitment. We believe we have, remember, INMAZEB was the first antibody treatment ever for a viral infectious disease, and we have an antibody treatment that we think will also work now for the new Ebola Sudan strain. And once again, we're working with World Health Organization and people on the ground in Africa, and I may have even met a collaborator today who might help us on the new efforts to prove that this new antibody treatment will also work for the new Ebola strain. So thank you very much. Congratulations to all of you for everything you do every day. Thank you very much.